Right. How to hack. In concept, in big movies, you'll see people hacking. You'll say, wow, that's cool. They know how to hack. That seems really hard. In reality, I'm in high school and, well, I'm making this tutorial for you now, so I can't be that bad at hacking, right? So in reality, it's not that hard of a concept. It just people feel like they can't get into it because they don't know where to start. And this is a great place to start. Now, a lot of people are going to give me grief for this because this method of hacking is called leeching. It is using other people's stuff, and it is completely okay. You may get criticized by people who are like super hackers. They have very much skill and they've been doing this for a while. They may criticize you because you're low level, and that will happen for everything. There's no way out of it. To get better, you are going to have to practice. And that's how it is for everything. So, if this is something that you like doing, that's great. You can get better at it and you don't have to be a leecher anymore. But we're going to start off. In the description, you can download something. It's here. It's called Omnes Hack. I've just compiled three of my favorite softwares that are really good for demonstrating how easy it really is. Okay. I've actually provided three links just in case you're not comfortable. We have a media file link with all the same title, anon file, and a mega file. Now, there is a big part to this. All files, I haven't made any of these programs that we are about to use. So, hacking does have risk behind it. It does have risk, but you have to get over that fear of that risk dominating you to actually start hacking. And so, these programs occasionally will give off a virus flag. And if that's too much for you, if you're too scared by that virus flag, that's totally okay. You don't have to do this. You can just close the video now. If you are aware that these are false flags, these programs do not have malware. They do not have a virus. It's just the Windows 10 operating system or any Windows operating system will flag them for potential malware because it is their job. They are supposed to flag them because they are hacking tools. If you don't believe me or you don't trust in my ability, then you can close the video. I completely understand. But if you are okay with proceeding, please proceed. To start, I'll just use Mega here for demonstration on any of the sites. Press the download button, MediaFire, this big green download button. Mega, you press download here. If there's any problems with that, you can totally leave me a comment. I'll try and get to you. But yeah, you'll just want to have to press this button. For Mega, it's going to initialize before it starts downloading, which is totally cool. It's going to give you a few seconds. Completed, and we have our hack downloaded. If you have slow internet connection, which is totally fine, people have all different internet connections, I'm going to give you a nice pause space where you can pause and wait for it to download. I'll be right back. Okay. If you're unpausing, hopefully your file has been downloaded by now. You'll have this omneshack.rar file. That's what you're supposed to have. Don't worry about the extension, the .rar. To start, we're going to move our browser to the side and drag and drop our omneshack.rar onto our desktop. I already have it, so I'm going to just replace it on the desktop so that you can follow along. And you should have your omneshack.rar on your desktop now. If you have a crowded desktop, that's okay. You can just make a little bit of room. Now, this is a .zip file. If you are not accustomed to .rar files, that is okay. I understand that because a lot of people who are moving over from other operating systems are not familiar with them. A .rar file can only be opened on Windows after downloading a program. My favorite program for opening RAR files, it's a beautiful tool, really well made. It's called WinRAR, WinRAR. I'll pull up the site here if I can. WinRAR. It's really great tool, really great developers. It's free to use. You just download it for your type of computer, pick your language. Really great tool. It will open RAR files with ease. Really great. So I'll leave that in the description if you need it. But you'll have this file, and after downloading and installing WinRAR, you should have this icon for your RAR file. It's like 3 books with a belt around it. That is good. Now, there are, we'll go with the easiest way to open these. So say you don't have this folder. Let's just delete this so that you can, this is exactly what you should have. This omnishack.rar should have this icon. I will turn off my ringer so you don't have to hear that. So you'll have this file, okay? You can right click on it. You can press the right mouse button while hovering over it. And you're gonna wanna press extract to omnishack, and it should have a backslash right here. And that's gonna create this, this folder with the same title. It's just gonna be a normal folder. It's not gonna be a RAR file. It'll just be this nice folder, okay? Oh, also, something very important. We have this folder. We can open the folder and we see there is another folder inside with the same title. We open this folder and I have put each program that we will be using into 3 separate folders. To run the programs, as I said, they may be flagged by viruses when you try to open them. They are not viruses. If you try to open them, it'll give you a prompt, most likely. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to the search bar down here right at the bottom, or you could press the Windows button and type Windows Defender. And as soon as you prompt it, it will likely show up as best match Windows Defender settings. Okay, it's got a little black shield icon. You're going to want to click on that to open, and it should open like this or some sort of variant that looks like this. The easiest way to turn off your virus protection so you can open the program is by clicking on this button right here, Virus and Threat Protection. Just click once, it'll open up a new tab. It'll tell you if all your files are clean. It should. If not, you can let me know. And then you're going to want to go down here to Virus and Threat Protection settings. You can either click here or in the tab menu to the side, Virus and Threat Protection. They both go to the same place. Virus and Threat Protection settings. It'll take you to this tab. Usually this will be on. It's a real-time protection, locate and stop malware, blah, blah, blah. This right here, this blue switch, is what you're going to want to turn off. When you press it, there's going to be a prompt. All you have to do is press yes. Do you want to allow this app to make changes? I don't think you're going to be able to see this, but you're going to want to press yes. It'll tell you virus protection is turned off, and you are good to go. You can close this, and you can close the other menu. So you have your folder. You open your folder, open the second folder within, and you'll have Gather Proxy, Slayer Leecher, and the Spotify Checker. For this tutorial, we will be cracking and checking Spotify accounts. This works for all types of accounts. Spotify is the easiest by far to do. So we're going to start by using something called proxies. Now, I have linked a proxy creator and gatherer in the folder that you've downloaded, okay? The program is called Gather Proxy. It works wonders if you're trying to get a lot. If you are not certain that you have the ability to gather proxies, that is totally fine. I'll leave a link in the description for an amazing website, ProxyScrape.com. You can download fresh proxies. You can change all of their settings, and these work amazingly too. You may not get as many, but there's a lot less effort, and you don't have to risk anything. So of course, you can just press download here, and it'll download the proxies. For this tutorial, we will be using HTTP proxies. You don't have to use these. You can use SOCKS 4 or SOCKS 5. They work just as well. You will just need to change a few settings on another program we're going to use if you use those. I'm not going to download these right now. If you have any trouble with downloading them, if you are using them, you can totally let me know. I'm going to move off to Gather Proxy though. So inside this folder, you're going to want to open the Gather Proxy folder, and you'll see this orange G icon, gatherproxy.exe. Once you open this file, it may give you a prompt checking for update, and you'll have your proxy gatherer open. I think by default, I might be mistaken, this selection, this button will be selected automatically. If it is, please change it to the button above, gatherproxy.com, proxy only. Make sure both of these are ticked, and you'll just want to press the start button. Down here at the bottom, you can see how many servers and proxies are being collected. Once you get about 80,000, I'd suggest stopping. If you can get more, it'll just take longer to compile. You'll see the total has risen up to 114,511, which is a good amount. You, of course, again, as I said, you can get more if you would like. I will just not for this tutorial to save time, because for this you will likely not need that many. So once you press the stop button, this red stop button up here, it should be stopping. It says at the bottom left, it's removing duplicates, it's stopping the program. After about 10 to 20 seconds, it'll give you this message: Gather proxy has stopped. Okay, you're just going to press OK, and you'll see here we have a whole bunch of what looks like just random numbers, right? So we're going to scroll all the way up to the top, or you can really scroll anywhere here, and we're going to right click anywhere in this white space. So from anonymous level to uptime, anywhere in this white space, we're going to right click, and press export all. Okay, now I'm going to export to my desktop. I'm going to just name it for this tutorial, I'll name it proxies.txt. Make sure it's a .txt extension. It'll automatically be that, but make sure it is saved as a .txt extension. I'm going to press save. So I've saved it to my desktop, and now this giant list is saved in proxies.txt. You can name it whatever you want, but make sure you remember it, okay? Now you can close this program. At the top right will have an orange X. You can press that. We are done with gather proxy. If you got proxies from ProxyScrape.net, that's fine. It's the same thing. You'll have a TXT file, hopefully full of proxies. You can open it and make sure, yep, got all your proxies. Now, we are going to open our next program. It's called Slayer Leecher. This is by a wonderful, wonderful cracker and amazing programmer. His name is X Slayer. He creates tons of hacking programs. He's an amazing guy, really well known in the community. He's really cool. So make sure to give him support. He's really cool. And he's provided this for me. It's called Slayer Leecher v06, and you're just going to want to double click to open it. It's a .exe file. It'll open just like this. Now I'm gonna close this folder behind, just so we're a little bit more neat here. So this is what the file is going to look like. It's going to have red on top, really nice looking program. And for searcher, you're going to see a keyword box here. If you don't see that, if you have any problems with this tutorial at all, please let me know in the comments. I'll try and get to them, or maybe someone else will solve them for you, because there's tons of great people in this community. In the keyword section, we're going to enter a few things. We're going to enter, for this tutorial, we are using Spotify. If you're trying to get other accounts such as Twitch, or you're trying to get YouTube, or you're trying to get any sort of account, you're going to want to put what type of account it is to search for in this keyword box. In this case, we're using Spotify, so I'll enter Spotify, and you press enter, and you're going to enter another few keywords that sound and look like Spotify. We can do Spotify account, we can do Spotify premium account, we can do Spotify family account. And now this part is important. If you're going to get a lot more results if you enter an email extension, such as you put the @ sign, which is shift2 gmail.com, press enter again. We can do at hotmail.com, sure, that's a good one, at yahoo.com, and another great one that a lot of people forget about is at Yandex. So these are all just Gmail extensions. They're email extensions, my apologies. And the one above them are just searching for Spotify accounts. Okay? And under search settings, you can have every single one on. You're not going to get a lot of results except for pastebin ones. So if you feel like, if it suits your fancy, you can just turn off the rest except for pastebin. Make sure you have pastebin on though. For this tutorial, I'm just going to use pastebin to save some time. So press, after you press pastebin, make sure to press save and close. And that should update the settings. It'll say resultat of last right under search settings. Change it from all resultat to about either a week to 24 hours. I like using a week. It works pretty decently. So you've got your list of keywords. You can totally add more keywords if you'd like. This is just what I'm going to use for this tutorial. And we're going to hover over this start button. It's going to highlight in blue. And you're just going to want to press start. One click. You'll see this resultat thing climbing up. It'll be climbing up, and I'm going to give you guys some pause time. You can pause the video here, come back when yours is done. It'll stop just randomly. It's not going to go any higher once it stops. So I'll see you all in a second. Okay. Hopefully you are at a stable result at, and it is frozen the results. So we're going to press the stop button right here. Once you stop, nothing's going to change. These buttons are going to be able to be clicked again, and that's going to be about it. We're going to press on this filtering button. That's going to filter all the results that we just got. Once you press it, it should say filter done. Try to grab your data, press OK. Big red button, OK. As it said, we're going to press this grab button right here, right underneath filtering, grab. That's going to, it'll say prompt you with duplicate removed, which means if we had any duplicates, they have been completely removed, which is great. I love that they do that automatically. Some programs don't automatically do it. You have to do it yourself. Really sucks. So you're going to get, hopefully, if you've done this all right, a big list full of links. Most of them will be from Pastebin if you put just Pastebin. If you put all of them, there might be some random links in there, but they're all going to have these random extensions, and they're going to be good. Okay, we're going to press Save Result At, or we can do Best Leacher, but we'll forget about this for now. Save Result At. What this is going to do is prompt you to save this file. I'm going to name this grabbed links.txt. Just like this. You can name it whatever you want as long as you remember what it is. I'm going to save it to my desktop just for this demonstration. And here's our file, grabbedlinks.txt. Okay. Now, at the top left, you'll see Searcher, which is what we're currently on. You're going to want to press right beneath it on the Leacher button. It's got a wrench and a hammer image. You're going to want to press on that. It's going to bring you to this whole new tab. Now, it's going to prompt you to press on this Load Links button. You're going to want to press that. And you're going to want to browse through whatever directory. You'll have to, if you saved the links that we just saved, if you saved them into a different folder, you're going to have to go to that folder, which is why I recommend saving to your desktop. I have it saved on my desktop. I'm going to grab the links.txt. I'm going to open it with this program. And the links that we just got from the searcher are now loaded into the Leacher. It's not going to change anything here. You just have to press done, and it'll load it into the machine. Now, under proxy type, remember the proxies that you either downloaded or grabbed yourself? This is where they come in handy. So proxy type, since we got HTTP/HTTPS proxies, you're going to want to press on no proxy. A drop-down list is going to come down. The top one, HTTP/HTTPS, press on that. That is what type of proxies we're going to use. This load proxy button will light up, and you're just going to want to press it and do the same thing we did for the links. Open your proxies. Select your proxies, press the big red open button, and it should show the amount of proxies you have saved in there. Now, since we are using Spotify, Spotify loads accounts based on an email and password combo list. If you're using something else, such as Twitch, then they use username and password instead of email and password, which is much more difficult. But for this example, we are going to be using email and password combos. So, you've loaded your list, you've loaded your proxies, you set your result type to email and password combo if it's not already on that. You can leave threads as it is for now. You're going to press on the start button, and it's going to start pulling a whole bunch of accounts. Whole bunch. I'm going to leave you for a sec. Once everything is done, it'll say use the link. For loaded links, if the number of used link matches, that means you're done. Should give you a good amount of results. I'll let you pause here, and I'll get back to you in a sec. Okay. Let's hope that your results are done, and you've got a whole bunch of accounts here. Now, you're going to want to press the stop button, because it's already stopped. And as I said before, sometimes you will have to remove duplicates by yourself. Make sure you do not press this clear result at button. It's supposed to say result at, little bit of a typo, it's okay. Do not press this button, that will wipe this whole thing, you'll have to do it all over again. This button to the right of it, remove duplicates. You're going to want to select it and press on it. It'll remove a whole bunch of duplicates. In this case, it removed almost half the list because there were all duplicates. Now scrolling through, we can see there is a lot of stuff in here, a lot of accounts, okay? Mine has 20,000, okay? So we've got a big list full of accounts, and we're just going to want to press Save Result At. This is, again, going to save the file. I'm going to name it grabbedaccounts.txt. You can label it whatever you want as long as you remember what it is. I'm going to save it to my desktop. You probably should too. It's really up to you, but I would. Grabbedaccounts.txt. We're going to press Save, press OK. You are done with Slayer Leecher. This program right here, top right, there's an X button. You can close out of that. Now, we've got grabbed accounts, and we've still got our Omnis hack file. Let's open up Omnis hack. And the last program we're going to be using is the Spotify Checker by XSlayer. Again, same guy, XSlayer, really cool dude, really great hacks. We're going to open up this folder, and we're going to open up his Spotify Checker by XSlayer. Double click on the file. There shouldn't be any problems. Again, if there is, let me know. And I'm going to close the folder behind just so we're a little bit more organized and neat. Now, the proxies that we have from before, the downloaded proxies or the ones you grabbed, are still going to come in handy here. After you open the program, it should look like this. Nice white layout, looks really good. And you're going to want to load the combo. Now, when it says combo, that is the thing that you just saved. You're going to want to press load combo, navigate to wherever you save the file, in this case on the desktop, grabbed accounts.txt, which is the one we just now saved, the one with the huge list of accounts in there. You're going to want to select it and press open. It should load your combos, tell you how many you got in there. In my case, I got 20,479, which is good. Proxy type. Make sure it says HTTP/HTTPS just as before. You're going to want to press the load proxy button. And again, scroll down, navigate to wherever you saved your proxies, select them, and open them. Now, this program works very close to Slayer Leecher, sorry. All you're going to want to do, load your proxies and your combos. Big start button right here, really popping out at you, really wants you to press it. You can go ahead and give that a press. Now, this does take a while. This can take a very long time, and you'll get errors here. Depending on how many accounts you have, this can take a long time. This bad count here, basically, let me explain this to you. So after we've grabbed all these accounts in this txt file, grabbed accounts.txt, you're going to have a whole bunch of accounts. How it works is, so this extension, I could say, this index in the front, in this case rowanshade77@yahoo.com, anything before this colon here is the account email, which is what you're going to use as a username in this case. Anything that comes after the colon is going to be the password. Now, all these accounts here, this is all the usernames and passwords of over 20,000 people. There's no way of confirming if the accounts are still working. These are accounts that have been grabbed, but they might have changed their password. The accounts could have been fraud. Either way, we're running them through this Spotify account checker by XSlayer right here to check which ones are still working and which ones are not. Now, in this case, so far we've checked about 150 of them, and we've gotten no good ones, which does happen. But lucky us, we have 20,000 more to go. If you get lucky, maybe you'll get some real fast. Sometimes it'll take forever, and sometimes you'll get 0, which does happen. Very unlucky days. Sorry. So with all this list, we're just going to wait, and I'll come back to you as soon as I get one. All right, well, we've gotten to the point in the list where it'll start pulling a whole bunch of accounts. Now, I've gotten a little bit unlucky, and so far it's only grabbed free accounts. So it'll say under subscription here, it'll say free. And what this means is the account does exist, the email and password do match, but the account is not premium, which does happen. But there will be premium ones. If you're extremely unlucky, maybe not. But you just got to give it some time, and it'll pull a whole bunch of accounts. I'll come back to you when I get a premium. Alright, I had to do a little bit of switching around. Got a new account list, actually. But sure enough, after about 5 minutes of waiting, about whole bunch of accounts started rolling in. You'll see it says premium. It says premium faux. The full list, if you hover over it, says premium for family, which means it's a family premium account, which works just about the same. Premium. There'll be a whole bunch of premium accounts, as you can see right here. Now, my list still has 14,000 accounts to check through, so I'm not going to cut it, but I am going to let it run in the background. You see there are still free accounts in the way, but there is a lot of premium here, a lot of premium accounts. Now, make sure you have all these people's accounts, you have all their information. You have to use this for good. You cannot be a bad person with this. You can't, while this is technically illegal, I am not endorsing you to do anything bad with this. You got to use this for your own good. I am just taking from the big companies. I'm the Robin Hood of this situation, okay? These accounts are for normal, everyday citizens of the US, of Europe, of Canada, everywhere. They are normal people. Do not mess with them, please. They are good people just like you, and they don't want to have to deal with that. Imagine if your account got hacked. You probably wouldn't like it. So I am not condoning you to do anything illegal and bad with these accounts. Please do not. Nonetheless, this is our account list. I'll log into Spotify here. Well, I'm not going to log in yet, but I'll show you how to log in. Head to their website. You can press login. And you'll be prompted with email address or username and password. I'm going to turn off Remember Me so that I don't get this account saved. Let's grab a random one for now. I'll scroll up to the very top so I get an older account. So this one is premium from the US. Okay. Please, again, these accounts are private. Do not mess with these people's accounts. I'm just showing you how easy it is to get into this subject. Only use your hacking abilities for good, as I have done. Never become a black hat. White hat hackers are the way to go. gatorkin2@yahoo.com. Let's go. 2@yahoo.com is our email. Password is green393. Press the login button. It'll redirect me to my account login. And here I've gotten into account. Unluckily, this account has expired. They haven't paid. So I'll just log out just like this. In case that does happen, you press log out. And you move down to the next one. So this one is Sarah Hughes 505@yahoo.com. Password is scrappydo137. Turn off that Remember Me check. And I'll press login. Here is our account. Premium. Wonderful woman, Sarah Hughes. I'm sure she's a great person. We've just gone to her account. You can use this if you want. Just please do not mess with these people. They are normal people just like you and me. They're great citizens, and they don't deserve that. This is just a showcase of really how easy it is to hack, how anyone can do it, and you don't have to be afraid, and you don't have to be confused. You got somewhere to start. This is where you start. Now, after you've done this, you're going to want probably more. You're going to want to get into different accounts. You're going to want to get into a whole bunch of sites. I love big sites like this. We got crack.to. It's a big public forum. Lots of nice people on here. People are really nice to each other. People who just put up stuff for free. Everyone is really nice. Really nice stuff going on. You can just download stuff for free. Really nice. Got a whole bunch of crackers. Got hacking accounts. And this is a big community of regular people. Another giant, mega giant website, nold.to. I'll put these all in the description if you want to use them. Another giant cracking and hacking forum. About the same layout. It's got 200,000 members or so. Really great people. Really nice. Big community. It's like a big town, you know. Really nice people. But my favorite by far, mpgh.net. Amazing community. Really tight-knit. Everyone works together. Really nice. Most things on here are not free, but it's a great way to start a business. It's a great way to talk to people, and it's a great way to get into hacking. Everyone here is super nice. So if you really want to get into hacking, this is how you start. You get your accounts, and you start doing good things for the world. And I promise you, if you do bad things, it will come back to bite you. It will not end well for you.